to Pop Fiction, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Our first story this week, AL.
It's a bad week for the Roberts, Kraft, and Kelly, arrested on prostitution and sex abuse charges, respectively. Kraft after a Florida spa parlor sting, and Kelly after decades of sexual abuse and statutory rape allegations. Man.
I will say that
both not guilty.
Well, shit. Robert Kraft, if I can get the story straight, he went to it was like right before I want to say it was right before the AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that's his business.
Not only did he go before the game, apparently he went back.
After the game, too?
Less than 24 hours for the...
Wow.
I think maybe it was just a pregame ritual. Now, the sex thing, what I saw, this Florida spa, it was just in a normal strip mall. And you know how Robert Kraft looks. He got the suit and the tie and everything. I was wondering
if he went in with a ball cap.
Would he go in looking like Robert Kraft, or did he go in with the Bermuda shorts on and the sunglasses, got the cap, sandals with socks
he got on at the moment.
Yeah. No,
I don't sound like that was keeping him from going in.
And the other thing, this is still just an allegation, but I think really what was the hard part about this one was there was a sex trafficking ring going on with the parlors, and I think the girl was like 14.
Oh wow!
That was giving him his rub and tug, which slides straight into R. Kelly, which 14 is the magic number for him.
No.
And we've actually talked about this before when we talked about that whole Surviving R. Kelly, the whole docuseries, and even I believe it was April of 2018. When he was on video talking about this is over 25 years old. What's the statute of limitations on these charges and blah, 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 blah. They ain't found nothing. They ain't going to get nothing. I'm free. And he had the bottle and everything like that.
Well, they got him.
Well, yeah. Apparently he was denied bail.
Well, no.
He couldn't
it was
make
$1 million, yeah, and he couldn't make it.
He couldn't make bail. And he's behind on his child support and his rent.
Ooh, it's not his business out there.
Yeah, well, hey, that's what I read.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, hey, I hope they both burn in hell. Lady Death.
Mostly because I hate the Patriots.
Yeah, exactly. After that rub and tug, they beat my squad. So I'm upset about that. Anyway, Lady Death came a knocking for The Punisher, despite the show's surprisingly strong second season. And though we've yet to see the third season, Jessica Jones has also been canceled by Netflix. Hey, Netflix can do that, man. They can start a show, cancel a show.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked ad nauseum about these shows. Me personally, I've been a fan of all of them, pretty much except for Iron Fist.
Yeah, but that's the general consensus.
Yeah.
Iron Fist blew.
And, at first I was definitely blaming Disney, saying, okay, they're killing these shows because they want them on their streaming service.
Right.
But then after you get more of the contracts and legalities that came out, you're getting, all Disney's getting is these characters back, but the actual showrunners and producers and writers and actors on it, they were under contract with Netflix. So, I mean, I really loved the portrayal of Daredevil because of the way Charlie Cox brought Matt Murdock and Daredevil to life. Sure. But it's not like Charlie Cox is coming over to the Disney one.
That's why Ben Affleck's coming.
Oh dear God, please, I don't want to see older, fat, not fat, but you know what I mean. Please, God, don't bring him back for the show.
That movie never existed. How dare you?
Hey, I'm sorry, Daredevil fan.
But it's one of those things where, pretty much knew at the writing was on the wall after, especially how great Daredevil season 3 was. They canceled it.
Yeah.
Punisher, we just couldn't wait for the next Punisher to come out. Canceled it. Luke Cage, canceled it. Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that was not good, but Jessica Jones, I mean...
The Defenders.
Well, I like the Defenders, actually. That was one of my better ones. I actually liked it better than
It was a little bit too much sit and talky. Not enough action. However,
so much of that.
I knew, but you knew where they were going with it, and going further, they could have came back for like a season 2 of the Defenders,
Well,
and it would have been a lot more.
I knew they were in jeopardy because it tells you how many seasons they got. Like for everything else, it says one season, first season. But for them, it said limited series
Yeah.
for Defenders.
The writing was already predetermined. We knew that before one frame of Defenders was shot.
Yeah.
They were doing it as a.
But it made me wonder. It did spark I was like, why they're not? If they're doing season 2s for all these other ones, I mean, that made sense. I was like, why would they not? Especially because the Defenders wasn't bad. It didn't have a bad reception.
Again, I will have to say, because they even didn't know that they were going to do a season 2 of Jessica Jones until after she got the award. And then they knew they were going to do a season 2. And going further with that, they had zero plans to do a Punisher series. But after as popular and as good as he was in season 2 of Daredevil, they then greenlit season 1 of The Punisher. And then after that response, they knew immediately, okay, we got a hit. We're going to do a season 2. But also at that time, they were under the impression that Marvel was going to work with them when contract negotiations came. And when it came time for them to do their new contracts, and they were like, hey, these other shows that we're doing, hey, let's knock down that price because, Netflix has to pay a lot of money to Disney for those characters.
They have the money.
And Disney said no. And they were like, what do you mean no? And they're like,
we have more money,
Yeah.
so we can say no.
Yeah.
Well, Netflix ain't tripping now. They got Millar World, so.
Yeah, they're doing other things. They just had to back away from the table. And the only person that really gets hurt is the fans.
That's right.
Physically hurt.
And this is the time where JB starts the next story.
Payless Shoe Source will close all 2,100 of its locations in the United States and Puerto Rico in the next coming months.
Ouch!
Liquidation sales begin. Get your Shacks, sandals, and rugged Outbacks now.
I still have them, so I don't need to go get any new ones.
And I like how they're having a liquidation sale already on cheap shoes. Now, do you guys remember, this was a couple of years ago, where they were talking about, Payless was talking about their shoes are really good quality, even though they sell them for cheap.
Yeah.
And they put up a store, this high-end store called Pilates, or it was Payless,
Peloton.
but Payless or something like that.
Peloton.
And what was it?
Peloton?
Is that what it was?
I would think so. They sell shoes.
Well, I was just saying it was Payless shoes, and they put it in a high-end store and made up a high-end, like Target is Target, and they put more. They put the $200, $300 for their shoes, and then the women came in and bought them, but they were still the $20 Payless shoes that you could get.
That sounds like a great scam. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go buy all the Payless shoes and have a liquidation sale in my backyard. But it's not going to be a liquidation sale. I'm just going to buy
I
it.
wore Payless shoes for years. They're guaranteed to wear out in like 6 months. I buy a pair of Nikes and they last 2 years at least.
Well,
yeah.
you also pay 3 times the amount, so therefore
Your shoe should last 3
Well,
times.
I don't pay 3 times the amount because I go to Big Five and get whatever's on sale that has a swoosh on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
there you go. That's a
But
good
when
deal.
you buy, see the thing about Payless, you can pay $15 for your shoes,
Yeah.
buy one, get one free. Now I got 2 shoes that will last a year. 6 months on one, 30s away. 6 months later, got the other one.
Hey, there was a time in history when the Triple P
The official boot of the Triple P was
the rugged Outback, all sizes,
black
all colors.
boot, black laces,
That's it.
laced up. What? This week's review, Alita, Battle Angel. Set several centuries in the future, the abandoned Alita is found in a scrapyard of Iron City by Ito, a compassionate cyber doctor who takes an unconscious cyborg Alita to his clinic. When Alita awakens, she has no memory of who she is, nor does she have any recognition of the world she finds herself in.
So she got R. Kelly and Cosby. Continue.
As Alita learns to navigate her new life and the treacherous streets of Iron City, Ito tries to shield her from her mysterious past.
Yeah, that sounds like trash.
Yeah.
You know what? I liked Alita, and I felt bad because I mean, I took my boys to go see it, and they were like, "Dad," I was like, "Yeah, y'all don't like this?" I mean, spectacle wise, I was great. I was surprised because spectacle wise,
visual,
with the visual, the sci-fi. Now, the one thing I will say that we did see this in IMAX 3D, and it was almost
Too much
coming in. Like I even had to avert my eyes. I thought I was just being an old man. Like, oh God, this is a lot. And then I looked at my 6-year-old. He was like, "Dad,
It's too much.
Dad." But I
Once
mean,
you
the
know
story
brothers
and
to
stuff
see.
like that, and you got James Cameron behind it, Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I would have to say, even the actress who played Rosa Salazar, who played Alita, a lot of her came out in the CG, and I was like, find myself attracted to her.
Oh
Alita.
God! Can we please move
I'm not
on?
saying I'm going hentai, but I'm saying that.
You cannot go on cyber.
I'm not going there, but I'm just saying it was
Oh
cute,
my
man.
God.
It was almost like when you saw Avatar for the first time, and you're like, wow, I'm attracted to a giant blue cat. That cat is attractive.
All right, somebody's trying to tell us something. Ralphie D recommends the Umbrella Academy. The series is based on a collection of comics and graphic novels created and written by My Chemical Romance lead singer Gerard Way. On one day in 1989, 43 infants are inexplicably born to random, unconnected women who showed no signs of pregnancy the day before. 7 are adopted by billionaire industrialist Sir Reginald Hargreaves, who created the Umbrella Academy and prepares his children to save the world. They work together to solve a mystery surrounding their father's death, but divergent personalities and abilities again pull the estranged family apart, and global apocalypse is another imminent threat. This show is good.
I actually wanted to, me personally, I've only seen a couple of episodes so far,
Right.
but it did want me to get the source material and actually go look at the Umbrella Academy comics.
I'm not doing that.
I did. Well, I like to do it. When I like something, I like to check out the source material and see where it came
Not
from.
me. I just take what I see.
See.
And I don't dig no further. Unless it falls in my lap.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean,
Isn't that kind of like Village of the Damned, where the kids are born from random women in the town? They have superpowers.
Well, these were all over the world.
I never seen.
Oh, all of them. Yeah.
With Christopher Reeves? Or
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, well, both of them. The original was good. The
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve version was good.
creepy kids with the white eyes.
Village of the Damned, ain't that Stephen King?
Mm-mm.
I thought that was with Mark Wahlberg.
No. It's Christopher
No.
Reeve, just like you said.
It was an M. Night Shyamalan movie, right?
No,
No.
that's The Village.
That's
Oh.
the village.
But Children of the Damned,
And-
that
and-
had Charlie
Oh no!
Sheen
Oh, I
in
thought it was with
something like that.
Aaliyah.
No.
No, that was
90s.
that was
90s.
that
Aaliyah,
was
right?
oh God, what is it? Something of the Damned.
Queen of the
Queen
Damned?
of the Damned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
No, Village of the Damned actually had a leading actor now. It was either, I want to say Charlie Sheen or somebody was in it.
Nah, I don't think so. Anywho, Umbrella Academy, check it out. It's good. You should see it. I'm Ralphie D, and that's news to me.
I'm Coolwater Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm Johnny Blaze. I'd like to send a shout out to my man AM, Comics Most Wanted. Like him, follow him, subscribe him. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first.
See this one right here? My man.
Adonis, pull yourself together.